Guys, I have the absolute craziest story to tell you guys, and I am stoked. So for those of you that watch all of my videos from start to finish, know that I've mentioned this a couple times. So I've been trying to buy this car for 8 years. So I am the proud owner of a new car. Well, new to me. For those of you that have been watching my videos from start to finish religiously, know I've mentioned it in a couple videos before that I've been trying to buy this car for a long time. Today I'm very happy to say it's mine, and I'm going to show you guys all of it. I'm going to take you guys on for the ride, and I'm going to give you one of the craziest stories you're probably ever going to hear. So I don't want you to forward this video at all and go to the very end to see what car it is. I want you to guess right now. I want you to go in the comment section right now and guess what kind of car it is. I'm gonna drop some hints along the whole video, but I don't want you guys forwarding to the very end just to see what car it is, okay? Don't ruin it for yourself. It's gonna be worth it, I promise. So I own a business here where I live. I've had this business for about 8 years. I started it in summer of 2016, and at that time, part of the business was a self-storage business as well. And I used to run that. So when I took over that business, I was doing my my property check, my very first one when I got it. You know, I was looking at all these storage units, and I noticed one of them didn't have a lock on it. It was weird because all the units that are rented out usually have a customer's lock on it. So I opened it, and you know, I see some boxes and stuff, and then I see this gem of a car just parked in this unit, covered in dust, like this thick dust, just sitting in this unit with no lock. And I knew that wasn't right, so I went inside. I did some research. I found out the person that was renting this unit. I gave him a call. He wasn't even living in the country. His address on file was from Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, so I gave him a call and I was like, hey, are you still, looks like you're still paying for this unit. There's no lock on it. Is there any reason? And he said, oh no, there should be a lock on it. Maybe someone was trying to break into it, or da 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 da. And I told him, do you have someone that lives here that can come put a lock on it, secure this unit for you? He said, no, I don't. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'll lock it for you and I'll mail you the keys to Alaska. That was that. And then after I mailed him the keys, I called him again because I'm thinking about this car, right? So I called him again and I'm like, hey, by the way, you have this car in there. Are you interested in selling it? And he said, yeah, no, no, not really. And he kind of just threw me off, right? And that was the end of that conversation. That was 8 years ago. So he wasn't interested in selling this car, and I really wanted this car. Okay, this was even before I had my Nissan 300ZX, because I've had my Nissan for like 2-3 years. This was even before that, and I really wanted this car. That was the end of that conversation. He didn't want to sell me this car, and this guy's like 65 years old. Okay, he was a pretty old guy, but he didn't want to sell me this car, and I could tell that when I looked at the history of that unit, that car had been stored there since 2003. So I went on, you know, about my business, and in the back of my head, I knew this car was there. And I knew that if ever he was gonna come sell it or do something with it, that I wanted to be the first one in line. But I went about my business. So 2020 COVID hits, right? So I sell that part of the business. I don't have the self-storage anymore. The new manager that was going to be operating that self-storage business, I told her, I was like, hey, you know, this one storage unit has this car in it. I want to buy that car. So if you know this guy ever wants to like empty out his unit, is trying to get rid of his car or something, just let him know I'm interested, right? He knows me. He knows I was a manager here before and running it. And just give me a shout. And she knew exactly what I was talking about. She's like, oh yeah, this car and this unit and this person. I was like, yeah, exactly. So you got to tell me. So 2 years pass. In January of 2023, that manager that was operating that storage unit sends me an email, and she's like, hey Faraz, I was speaking to this guy because his credit card expired or whatever, and we were getting his new credit card information, and I mentioned to him that you told me you were interested in buying the car if he ever wants to sell it, and it looks like he is interested in selling it. He gave me his phone number, email address, and he told me to pass it along to you and that you guys can chat. Done. So I email him. This was January of 2023. Back and forth. Okay, we went, like, he would sometimes take like a month or two to reply to me. I'm like, hey, I know you don't live here. I can do whatever you want, like, to make this easy for you. You don't even have to come here. I can, if you pretty much grant me access to that unit, give me like an authorization letter or whatever, I can go, I can record everything for you, show you what's there, show you the condition of everything. I'll send you the money that you want for the car before you even send me the bill of sale. I knew this guy was proper, so I wasn't worried about anything. And I could tell that this car meant a lot to him, because he wanted to come here all the way from Alaska to see that car before, you know. So whatever, I was on and off from January 2023 till literally like last week. I was always talking to him and he's saying, yeah, no, I'm planning my trip, I'm coming next month, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and it was just on and he never did. And I get a text message from him a couple days ago, and he's like, hey Faraz, just wanted to let you know I'm here, hoping we can meet up tomorrow. Dude, I was like, what? So I met him the next day. We sat down at a Tim Hortons, we chatted for like an hour, and he told me this whole story, right? And then we went to the storage locker and we opened it up and the car was right there. So I'm gonna show you guys the keys for this car, okay? And you're gonna drop a comment in the comment section right now and tell me what car you think this is, okay? So this car has been stored there since 2003. This guy he's an older guy now, and he told me he grew up with like nothing, right? He grew up with nothing, and he always wanted to like do something for himself as soon as he started making a little bit of money. And then in his late 30s or whatever, in his 30s, he finally got some money and he wanted to buy this car, and he bought it, and it means the world to him, right? So that's the whole story. He's paid about $20,000-$30,000 plus storing this car since 2003 in this unit. And let me tell you guys something, he basically just gave it to me. I swear to God, I don't even think the amount I paid him is gonna cover his like travel, that he came out here, took a flight, hotel, rented a car, all of that stuff. I don't even think it's gonna cover that. He basically just gave it to me. I asked him what he wanted for it, and he's like, you tell me what you want to pay for it. And he's like, honestly, you're the person I want to give it to. I know you've been doing a lot of research about this car. I know you've been bugging me for 8 years. Your heart's in a good place, and you're going to do with this car what I would want someone to do with this car. You know, you're not trying to flip it. You're not trying to do that. And I was like, I honestly don't want to offend you by giving you a low offer, but realistically, I could be buying a parts car. I don't think that's the case. Because it hasn't run in that long, right? So, and whatever else. So I told him, I gave him the price, and he's like, you won't offend me. I was like, I don't want to offend you. You came all the way here. And he's like, you won't offend me. So I gave him the price and he agreed. Honestly, if I went half of what I even offered him, he would have still taken it. He wasn't posting this car for sale anywhere. He literally just came here to meet me and do this deal with me and empty out his unit and then never come back to the city. So, but I didn't want to offend him, and I just appreciated him doing all this, and I wanted to at least cover his cost to get here, right? So whatever, there's a little more details I'm not going to go into, just for, you know, out of respect for him and everything else. But we're going to drive there right now. It's still in the storage locker. I'm gonna take it out and take it to my shop this weekend, but I can't wait to show you guys this, man. This car has been in this unit for 23 years. You know, I always see these videos about barn finds and stuff, and I was like, how the hell do people still find these crazy ass cars? I would ever find one? I had no idea. I had no idea. This is literally once in a lifetime opportunity, and I had to pounce on it because, you know, I don't have capacity for another car. Bought a new house, moving next month, trying to rent out my old one. There's a whole bunch of stuff, renovations that are happening next month. My Nissan 300ZX is not road ready just yet. It's running, but it's not road ready, so I have to do that. But I could not say no. I could not say no to this. This is a sweet car, guys. This is a sweet, sweet car, and I really do think it's going to take this channel to a whole new level. For you Z fanboys out there, no, it's not a Z, but as you saw the key, it's a Japanese car. That's a pretty old key, so it's a pretty old car. I'm a sucker for 90s Japanese cars, so anyways, let's drive on over there. Let me show you this beauty that's been sitting in storage and waiting for me to find it. Guys, I want to introduce you to the new car. This is my 1990 Mazda RX-7 Turbo 2. Look at this, boys. freaking barn find. This thing has been sitting here. It was driven here. It was driven and parked here since 2003. There's almost no rust anywhere on this car. Look at the quarter panels. And I guarantee you the paint is just immaculate underneath this. There's a little bit of rust on this quarter panel right there. That is literally the only rust you can see on the body. And this car is 100% stock with the exception of the exhaust and the wheels. So these are the turbo wheels, I believe, from the S4. This car's an S5, it's a 1990, and the original wheels from this one were stolen. The wheels are not stock, the exhaust is not stock, even the stereo is stock. How crazy is this, man? I have wanted this car for 8 years, boys, and now it's mine. Can you just take a moment and just think about what is about to happen to this? There's so much content coming, boys. If you want to see this, you know your boy's going to get into it. You know my OCD is going to kick in and I'm going to go off with this car. You guys want to see this? Hit that subscribe button right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this car right here, man. Let me know what you want to see. My plans for it are keeping it stock and just restoring it and bringing it back to its former glory, like it just came off the dealership floor. So that's my plan with this. And if you know my attention to detail, oh, look at the mirrors. If you know my attention to detail and how crazy I get, you know what to expect with this. I'm gonna show you guys the interior. So it's all there. Door cards are in good condition. The other one looks exactly the same. The leather on the passenger seat is good. The driver's seat is torn up, is duct taped. It's a manual. Oh man, look at it. It's beautiful. It's just very dirty, but look at it. It's all there, man. He literally drove it here and parked it. This is literally like a time capsule. Look, he's even got his old cassettes on the passenger seat. Interior, I'm going to keep it all stock. Just reupholster these seats. Man, this is a crazy find. And the guy basically just handed it to me and told me love it like I used to. So it's obviously got the 13B rotary engine. The guy actually gave me a folder with every service manual since 1990 as well. It had a new clutch like the year before he parked it here, new fuel injectors, new brakes and rotors, which I'm probably gonna have to change anyways because I've been sitting so long, who knows, but man, you can't make this up, man. Anyways, I'm gonna lock this thing up. I gotta head to work. I'm gonna continue this video in about a day. My buddy's gonna come, we're gonna put some air in these tires, back it out of here and get it to my shop. Give this thing a quick wash. Not going to detail it. I'll make a separate video about detailing it, but give it a quick wash, see how it looks, and go from there. But this is the new build, boys. Still going to be a lot of Z32 content. That car, that Z32 is my pride and joy. That's my forever car. I love that car. This is going to be very, very exciting, and I don't think I'll ever sell this car, which is why that guy pretty much just gave it to me, because he knows what my intentions are with it. He knows I'm genuine. And the story behind this and how I got it is just way too great. I want to keep it forever. The only issue with this car is, you know, it's been stored here for so long. Mice got into it. I didn't see any mice in the actual inside the car, but there's mouse droppings all over the storage unit, which is obviously worrying. And the day I came here with the gentleman who sold me the car, we opened the hood and I saw a mouse run down the brake booster area, and I saw a couple mice nests and stuff, and I just ran out of this unit. I can't mess with mice, man. No way. I hate mice, snakes, none of that. Your boy does not get along with those things well at all. So I'm probably gonna park it outside for a couple days, leave the hood and the windows open or something. It gets pretty cold at night still. I'm hoping they just kind of bugger off, but Either way, I'm gonna just nuke this thing with mouse traps and whatever else bait I can find, because I'm not touching this car until the mice are gone. Yeah, I'm gonna detail the crap out of that interior, of course, and disinfect everything, and the exterior as well. I'm gonna this car is gonna look, but before I even do anything, it's gonna get a full detailing before I touch it, because I hate touching dirty cars. But anyways, we're gonna pause this video. We're gonna continue this video in a couple days. Okay, it's super windy today, and the sound might be a little annoying, but guys, check out my car. All right, so under the hood first, it's all here, man. Everything that needs to be here is right here. Dirty, but she's all nice. Door cards for the most part look really good. A little bit of fading. Oh, no, that's just dust. I can clean this off very good, I think, with a shampoo machine. I'm gonna clean the crap out of the carpet, that's for sure. I don't see any mice droppings in here, and it doesn't smell bad, like horrible in here, which is reassuring. The seats definitely need to be reupholstered completely. I am gonna keep these seats and rebuild them. I like the OEM look, just like I did with my 300ZX Z32. So I'm gonna keep these seats. I don't wanna throw some aftermarket seats in here. I'm gonna keep it as is. Anyways, man, I hope you guys are excited about this as I am. This is gonna be huge, man. I never thought I'd own a Mazda RX-7, and I get it, it's not an FD and, you know, the crazy stupid rare one, but an FC, that's a barn find, and it's a turbo too, is rare enough. I'm super stoked about that. Casually, there's my 1990 Nissan 300ZX right behind me right there on the hoist. This thing is running and it's driving. I'm just in the middle of buttoning it up. I got a battery charger on it at the front. This thing is ready to hit the road in a couple days. I'm just installing some gauges and stuff, so there's videos that are about to drop about this. I just wanted to take a little break and show you guys that I have a new car. I think I'm gonna end this one here. Lots of content coming. Got a few videos to drop about this guy right here. So that's coming up real soon, and then I got a ton of work to do with the RX-7. We're gonna start tearing into it in the next video. I'm gonna completely remove everything from the interior, and I'm gonna detail that car like no tomorrow and get all that grime and dust and whatever else, mice, whatever's in there, out of there before I touch it, because your boy does not do good with pests, and I am not touching that car until it's spotless. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna catch you guys next one. Big news, exciting news. Hope you guys are as stoked as I am, but I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.